As we observe how Hurricane Dorian ravaged the Bahamas, moving at an ominous 1-mile-per-hour speed, we've backtracked to mention that August 29, 2005 marks 14 years since Hurricane Katrina devastated New Orleans and the surrounding Gulf areas. It all began when Tropical Depression 12 made her debut off the Bahamas on August 23, 2005, and made landfall as Tropical Storm Katrina 2 days later in South Florida. But wait, there's more. Katrina strengthened to Category 3 when it spun out into the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico, eventually making landfall as a Cat 4 in Plaquemines Parish, Louisiana, approximately 45 miles southeast of New Orleans. Despite not hitting New Orleans directly, the city's levee system that held back the waters of Lake Pontchartrain and Lake Borgne broke. With local relief efforts hampered by the storm, the desperate situation led residents to loot and local helicopters to have to rescue residents from rooftops. The federal government's response came under criticism as well. According to U.S. News and World Report, then-President George Bush had been on vacation in Texas and wasn't immediately informed of the storm's severity. By the time he was, Bush flew over New Orleans, headed for Washington, receiving criticism for having not gone straight to the disaster zone. Being that New Orleans was 67% black, many regarded that the Bush administration was apathetic to African Americans.
May end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Please call
me a racist.
Well, what he said was George Bush doesn't care about black people.
That says he's a racist. I didn't appreciate it then, and I don't appreciate it now. It's one thing to say, I don't appreciate the way he's handled his business. It's another thing to say this man's a racist.
Overall, the numbers tell it all. According to Britannica, 26-foot storm surge slapped Biloxi and Gulfport, Mississippi. 62 tornadoes in 8 states spawned from the storm, and 1,200 people died, and the storm caused about $160 billion in damages total. Katrina, along with major hurricanes Dennis, Rita, and Wilma, were just a few of the record-breaking 27 storms in 2005, the most active Atlantic hurricane season in recorded history.